Hey guys, Benji D here from Get Fixed. So in today's video, we're actually going to be talking about a company I invested into. It is called GSM FerroGlobe. Now, the reason I put my money behind this company is simple. In terms of technology, I know the inner workings, outer workings of technology. I know all the basic constructs of what technology is made out of. For some odd reason, GSM popped up into my radar. I wasn't searching for it or anything, but it just happened to be there. I am not a financial advisor. I don't recommend you follow my guidance or my rules to investing. But here's my educated guess and opinion on what's going on with a certain stock or stocks in the stock market. Here's what I learned about the company since I've been invested into it. We have a shortage of semiconductors. Did I know this was going to happen? Of course I didn't. But the fact that this material is built into every single technology you could think of, or most of them that has motherboards in them, you can see why I'm so bullish about it. Semiconductors, important. The shortage of something plus the needs of something equals price uppy. Price goes up. Simple. What are we short of? Semiconductors. Who's in demand of those semiconductors? Big tech companies. Big money. Now you're going to notice my eyes is fixated on the right side of the screen, and that's simply because I'll be reading across an article from Bloomberg. The article was written February 5th, 2021. I'm going to see if it has anything to do with what I'm looking at on the charts. February 5th, it started going crazy actually. Chip shortages spirals beyond cars to phone and consoles. Alright, let's get into the article. The first hint of trouble emerged in spring of 2020. The world was in early throes of mysterious pandemic, which was first obliterated by company demands in supercharged internet and mobile computing. Economies regained their footing. That about face in a span of months laid the seed for potentially the most serious shortage in years of semiconductors that lies at the heart of everything from smartphones to cars and TVs. Auto and electric makers that cut back drastically in early days of the outbreak are now rushing to re-up orders. They're rushing to re-up on orders. Now, if I put my savings of about $7,000 into this company when I first bought into it, I would have had about roughly $13,000, $14,000 by now. That is insane. I would have doubled my money by this time. It went up about 80% since I bought into it. Now, I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but FerroGlobe is literally in everything. Automotive technology, phones, laptops, computers, consumer products, construction, and energy. They all fall into the category of consumer products. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this stock, but it's called NIO. It is an electric vehicle company that is based in China, and they are the closest thing to a competitor to Tesla, that and Lucid Air. Anyways, they are short on semiconductors and it is highly affecting them, which is why they pulled back some and they closed some of their production or temporarily suspended some of their productions. It's because they are short of this exact material we're talking about. It is a good long-term stock. Some of you guys may put $50 to $100 into a stock and then see it go down like 10 cents, 15 cents, and then you lose like $5 off it. You get scared and pull your money out and say, I made you lose money. Well, if you don't trust the company to begin with, don't put your money behind it. The reason I could confidently do that is because I'm in that field. I'm a field technician for ADT, so I see those semiconductors and resistors all the freaking time on those devices. Big company uses it, shortage, company needs it, therefore they are going to buy it. There's a shortage of that product. It's in demand. Auto and electronic makers cut back drastically in early days of outbreak are now rushing to re-up orders, only to get turned away because chip makers are stretched to the max, supplying smartphone giants like Apple Inc., This Week, Qualcomm Inc., Cristo Amans, leads of the world's largest mobile chip maker, flagged shortages across the board, citing the industry resilience or just a land full of players in Asia. I want you to take a quick look at the yearly charts. You're going to notice that the chart has been up 667%, almost as if the industry was expecting something like this to happen. If you had invested $1,000 into this company last year, today you would have had $6,670. $6,670 fucking dollars that you missed out on. Now, I'm not going to recommend that you hop onto the stock because you're hyped up. Now you feel like, oh shit, I can make a lot of money with this. I could get 600% returns. That's not what I'm telling you. What I am saying is look at the statistics, look at what's going on in the world, look at the shortage, look at the fact that big tech companies are in desperate need of semiconductors. And right over here, I literally just leveraged myself and found you a stock that big tech companies are currently looking for right now. They're currently looking for it right now. Why wouldn't I put more money behind them? It's currently sitting at $3.67. Other well-known big semiconductor companies are sitting at like $25, $67, $100 and something bucks. I seen all that, and I'm surprised I was able to catch this one this early on. I'd rather you know about this one and maybe invest into this one for long term then go buy the big ones, the big already well-known ones. That's not going to establish that much of a uptrend when more news comes out. The reason I even paid attention to the company is because they produce semiconductors such as capacitors, transistors, diodes, and ICs, which is like the operating process or brain of the computer. They store temporary information. For those who are not in the tech field and doesn't understand what your components or what your devices are made out of, whether it's phones, computers, laptops, any technology you could think of, they have those semiconductors in there. Now, because I knew that, I confidently invested in that company because why not, right? If every last one of our technology is made out of semiconductors, why wouldn't I put money behind it? Why wouldn't I put $500 into it? Why wouldn't I stake $1,000 into it? Now, the reason I actually didn't put $1,000 into it is because I wasn't sure of the company itself, but I knew the product was solid. The company, not too sure of. I did minor research about them. At the time, no real news was coming out about them. I'll tell you exactly when I invested into them. I think it was January 25th, right? I put about $200 into a company, so that bought me about 96.5 shares, I believe, at $2.07. For some of you guys, that's a lot of money. It is for me too, trust me. Now, the reason I even thought about putting a lump sum of money behind this company is because, once again, I know the components they produce. It sits inside of every last technology you could think of. The same day, January 25th, I put another $15 into it. January 27th, I put another 10. February 1st, I put $100 into them. Not sure what made me put more money, but I noticed the company went down to $193 when I set the $10 into them. February 1st, when they shot up to 200%, I put another $100 behind them. I should have did it at $196 when it fell down that low, but some in my gut kept saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, at least not yet. Then somehow it just made it up to $3.17. I put another $20 into it. Went back down to $2.91 and I put $25 into it. Step into my psychology. Now you can kind of see my trading patterns. When the stock goes up, it builds confidence in me. When it goes down, I buy more of it because I know in the future it is going to go up, because I knew I was holding the right stock. I knew I was holding a good stock. And for some odd reason, out of all my stocks that I've been holding, one of them made me $1,000 in a day, which is CPSH. GSM, for some reason, it slightly started going up and it kept going up. When the market was crashing 22% and every last one of my stocks started losing money, GSM kept going up steadily. For some reason, it wasn't phased or affected by the market. That's another green flag. So I bought more. In order to trust a company this much, even though the market is dipping, is by your own research, right? Now, the reason my confidence is built up this much on this company is because I did my research prior to it going up the way it did, right? So when it started dipping even the slightest bit, I bought more of it. I am confident in the company because I did my research and I understand the inner workings of it. That's going to lead to a projected future. Now, I'm not going to talk your ears off, but I just wanted you guys to know this. Plan, analyze, execute. There you have it, guys. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know what it is down below. Subscribe to the channel. Why not, right? I'm going to be producing more videos similar to this just to keep you informed in terms of what's going on in tech and what's going on in the stock market. Anyways, guys, been GD here from Get Fixed, and I am out. Yes, sir. Peace.